my name is Cori Martinez, and I want to invite you to subscribe to my blog, Thread of Spirit. Recently, someone said to me, women connect through sharing their stories, and this blog is my story. It's part memoir, part teaching, part journal and personal exploration, and part just a place to connect with the world of both human and spiritual beings. As a yoga teacher, I have at times placed this expectation upon myself to be a certain kind of person. I've held this misconception that I needed to live in very specific ways in order to be worthy of inspiring others on this path. And like many moments on my yoga mat, in my role as a teacher, I have sometimes felt weak, unstable, insecure, unworthy, stuck, bored, unmotivated, or unsupported. And I have come to see that, like our practice on the mat, this is really all okay. I now believe that the very best teachers are the ones who dive deeply into their own experience and lean into each and every sweet and messy moment, willing to let our teaching be an extension of our own practice, which is, in essence, our entire life. And I've been blessed to build a life that keeps me in constant relationship with yoga. I've been teaching for over 12 years and have owned a studio for almost that long. My first intention with this blog is to openly embrace being fully human, to show the world what so many of us have in common, so that just maybe you will begin to see something amazing in even the messiest moments of your own life. And just maybe you will begin to see how perfect you are, as well as how perfect you don't need to be. As I write, I hope to also remind myself of my own humanness. Being human means we will sometimes fail, react, disconnect, disengage, get defensive, get angry, hurt, be self-righteous, self-centered, narrow-minded. Yes, even when we're yoga teachers. Opening to the possibility that we are perfect allows us to soften, to feel lighter, to forgive ourselves and others when we stumble. I want this reminder for myself as much as I want to share it with you. My second intention with this blog is to share the one specific revelation that has made the most profound difference in my experience of life. It's something I still tread lightly around in most of my teaching platforms, but something I desperately want to talk about. It started off as a tiny thread, and I barely noticed it, and I couldn't even really put my finger on it. And after a while, I began to realize that it's something that had always been there. And although accepting my humanness brings me comfort and peace, this thing asks me to shed my humanness like a cocoon. And when I do, I feel even more alive. This thread connects me to every other being in the world, to the ones I have loved and also the ones I thought I could never forgive, until there's no separation between us, until there's nothing but this thing I now call spirit or even God that makes me and everyone else part of something whole and divine. Because I don't live in constant awareness of this divinity, it most often feels to me like a thread that's always here within me and within each of us, connecting us to each other, to ourselves, and to our shared divinity. Sometimes I can barely sense its presence, and sometimes it becomes so large that it swallows me whole, and I spend time living from inside of what I thought was only a small thin thread. And still other times I forget completely that it's there. So through a format of memoir and personal exploration, this blog, Thread of Spirit, shares my realization of divinity. I would be honored to hear from you, so please subscribe, and then don't be a stranger. Share your thoughts in the comment section of each post. Namaste.